Platinum X here once again with Stranded Deep. What we're going to do right now is, as you can see, I was actually kind of like halfway through the whole crafting everything in the crafting menu video when I realized I forgot to cut me some panels. So I ended that video and deleted it, and so this is take two. And as you can see, these are really you only need a door panel and a wall panel from a container. You can actually see the container right there on the island across from me. And so I sailed over to there and used that raft. You can see I removed the floorboarding there so that it didn't slide off. And I'm not really sure you'll be able to transport more than 2 panels at a time. But again, all you need is 2 to complete this trophy. So let's get started here. The first thing I'm going to do is craft a motorboat engine, because there is a separate trophy for that. And there it is. Put the engine in engineering. That is for crafting a motorboat, or a boat motor. Alright, so that's done. There's 1 trophy. Alright, let's get back over here. And as you can see, I was doing, I never finished that. I had to make some more foundations to finish doing all the different pieces. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here. Let me go back to the main crafting menu. So most of these things you will craft during your playthrough. Of course, you're familiar with, hopefully anyway, if you played this already. The only thing maybe you haven't crafted is a torch, so you will need to craft that. 1 stick, 1 cloth. I did craft one, and it's basically in a box labeled useless because I only needed 1. And you can use them for light at night. You can put these sticks in the ground. I'll get to that later, so let's just keep going. So of course, like I said, you've crafted most of this. A fishing rod. There is a trophy for catching your first fish, and then another trophy for catching 10 fish. So there's 2 trophies. So I've already done that in another video. Crafted the rod with the bobber and caught 10 fish for those 2 trophies. So if you haven't already done that, then go ahead and craft that and get that started. You find so many fishing spears as you're scavenging ships and across the different islands. But make sure you do actually, it only costs 1 stick. Make sure you do actually craft a fishing spear for this trophy. You have to make a crude hoe to plot a farm. Now a bow and arrow, I always say do not use a bow and arrow. And that's simply because the arrow itself takes a stone tool. Rocks are a very limited resource. There's only so many. Once they're gone, they're gone. There is no, there's no replenishing them. So, you know, you need to, I crafted 1 bow, I crafted 1 arrow, again in that box labeled useless, because it's not something I'm going to use. So, but those were already crafted. Now, refined spears also take stone tools, but refined spears are the highest damaging weapon in the game as far as hunting sharks and your sea monsters. Again, refined spears do the most damage. So you want to save those stone tools, not for the bow and arrow, for making arrows, but for refined spears. And refined picks as well take 2 stone tools. And you need that to harvest the stone deposits for more rocks, as well as the clay deposits found on the east side of every island in the water. You'll find up to 8 clay deposits in the water. You won't necessarily find all of them because a lot of times, as I've gone over before in other videos, your resources are swallowed up by the environment, either in bushes or rocks. So what you do want to do though is make sure you get a spear gun and make spear gun arrows. This is far better than the bow and arrow because spear gun arrows take one lashing, not a stone tool, and one stick. So lashings are replenishable. Takes 4 leaves. Leaves are replenishable. I have 9 yucca plants planted, and I have just containers full of leaves. I've got just so many containers full of leaves. I've definitely stockpiled leaves and can make a whole bunch of those arrows. All right, so I've already got all that. So again, most of this stuff you've already done probably. Shelter, campfire, fire pit. This one, because I always make meat smokers, I did make this on a planet. I did make this on another island, just because I knew I needed to for this trophy when I was setting up camp. I later then destroyed it, put up a meat smoker. But again, you do have to craft one. Water stills, hobo stove. I kind of forgot there was a trophy specifically for hobo stove when I first made the hobo stove. So I've already got that trophy. It's called, so that trophy is called Really Moving Up in Life when you craft your hobo stove. And it basically takes, let me get this hammer out of my hand. Hobo stove takes first a campfire, then a fire pit, which is just 3 rocks around the campfire. So 4 sticks for the campfire, 3 stones for the fire pit, and around the campfire, and then a barrel to craft your hobo stove. Meat smoker, loom, plank station. I've gone over plank stations in other videos. As far as this is a trick that I have for repairing refined axes, and I guess even crude hammers as well. But I use the refined hammers. You find the refined hammers as loot around the islands, and they make building much quicker than crude hammers. So I really don't use crude hammers, but I imagine you can repair them with the planking station as well as repairing your refined axe. And that's how I conserve my stone. So I'm not using up all my rocks, because I can just make a plank station with an axe that's almost destroyed at 0.5%. And then when I destroy that plank station and get all of my material back for having maxed craftsmanship, level 7 craftsmanship, I then have a 100% condition axe returned. So clearly made a furnace. The furnace isn't required to make the clay bricks. The brick station is for making the bricks, but the furnace is required for like making your, well, I'll get to it in a minute. Tanning rack. All right, the fuel steel boiler. This is what you use. You craft the boiler to turn potatoes. So you would need to plant and farm potatoes. Put potatoes in the fuel stiller to make fuel for your motor boats, or your boat motors and your helicopters. All right, so hooks. Hooks is what's needed. I guess I need to get in there. Get out of the sun anyway. These are hooks right here to hang your lanterns or torches, I suppose. But torches you have to light at your campfire. So yeah, torches kind of suck. So yeah. Then there's a light hook, which is one you stick in the ground, and then again can mount a lantern or torch to it. Container shelf, that's what's on my boats out there. Oh, no, I don't have any in here, they're all up there. The upstairs of my boathouse is full of containers. Oh, right here, there's some right here too. And this is where you put your containers. Container rack holds 3 containers each. All right. Wooden chair. So there's the wooden chair, the wooden shelf, wood table, plank chair, plank shelf right there, and plank table right there. Then a sleeping bag is actually on my raft. A sleeping bag is kind of takes the place of your shelter. You can save it, you can rest with it, and you can put it in your inventory, carry it with you, and drop it wherever. So you can be on your raft out in the middle of the ocean, drop the sleeping bag on your raft, rest, and save. So that's on my raft. Corrugated shelf, corrugated table. There's the corrugated table. These are the scraps you find laying around the islands. Every island you land on, there's like, a couple of these, laying across just laying on the beach around the island. And then you'll find these corrugated scraps also in boats on your, in their containers and the containers you find and the lockers and things. And then there's also the corrugated shelf. All right, so bird snare and fish trap. There's the bird snare, the little post sticking out of the ground, and it looks like it's caught a bird. So you can collect the bird, and then here's a fish trap. You craft it, put it in the ocean, and then you have to set it. You have to like hold square to set the trap. And then you see how the fish is stuck inside. Looks like it might catch more than one. No, it's just one. So it's really not that useful. I mean, it catches like one small fish for one small meat. It's like big deal. And the same thing with the bird trap. It's really not that useful, but of course I crafted it specifically for this trophy. Where are we at? Oh, we need to get some water here. All right, and then the tool belts. I've already crafted all four of the tool belts. And these are, you hold L1, the top bumper on the left side, and then you use your D-pad to select which, like, hot button you want to put whatever. See how the hammer's there? So whatever items you can put in your tool belt will show up on that inner circle, and then you just push the D-pad to select which, and then select what item you want to put on what button. So I basically have my skinning knife. This is the only refined knife I've had in the game the entire playthrough. I got it down to 2% and then stuck it in my tool belt and only pulled it out for skinning animals and fish. Flashlight in the other one. Air tank, which I used to have my spear gun in this button, but I decided to put an air tank in here for when I'm underwater, whether it be farming clay, harvest, or swimming around one of the big ships, looting it, or fighting sea monsters, so air tank gives you a breath of air while you're underwater. And then kindling. Put kindling in my tool belt because, well, kindlings are really annoying laying around. Like I used to craft one kindling when I set up camp on every island and then just drop it near the campfire so it was always near the fire. But then I was like, why don't I just put it in my tool belt? Because then I only need one. I don't need to craft more than one. I just have one. It's always on me. I don't need to drop it on the ground. Just make sure you don't drop it on the ground when you put it in your tool belt. All right, so we're good there. All right, wrong button. All right, so now that takes care of that menu. So that's everything in there. I've gone over and done everything. So let's move on to building. Now this is where you need a hammer. You need a hammer, and it basically equipped it as soon as I went to that menu. So, of course, now it's getting dark. When that's what this is. That's what this right here, because you literally have to go through this menu and craft every single foundation. So you've got, you see these little these are wedge foundations, plank foundations, there's wood foundations in here, corrugated foundations, flashlight, plank regular, plank wedge, wood regular, wood wedge, corrugated regular, corrugated wedge, brick wedge, and then, of course, I've got plenty of brick foundations out there at my clay brick house, or clay boathouse. So again, each one wood, regular wedge, foundation, plank foundation, plank wedge, corrugated foundation, corrugated wedge, brick foundation, brick wedge. So we've gone over all that. Flooring. Wood floor, plank floor. Now I don't have a clay floor here because again, I've got a clay boathouse with plenty of flooring already done. All right, so, I was looking up, so wood. So there's a wood floor, a wedge floor, plank floor, plank wedge. Oh wait, no, that's a corrugated. There's my plank wedge right there. So there's the corrugated floor, corrugated wedge. I think that's clay. Yeah, there's a brick wedge. And again, I've got lots of brick flooring out there. All right, so that covers that. Now, this is where I was filming up to this point when I started doing the walls. So we got our corrugated half wall, corrugated regular wall. There's the tapestry wall, corrugated or wood half, wood regular. There's a brick wall because my boathouse is all brick half walls. So there I did a brick full wall. Plank. Where's my plank half wall? Oh, I got plenty of plank half walls right there for that house. So does that cover? Alright, so that's where, you know, like I said, basically I got the container on. I was like, oh crap. I had to stop the video, go get my, go cut the panels for this. Oh, huh, you don't have to hammer that, okay. Alright, so now we've got our container wall. And that completes walls. Now going on to window walls. 3 sticks, 1 plank. This is what I'm going to do real quick. It'll only take a few seconds just to run over here. I'm going to go ahead and rest so we actually have some light during this. It's not like I don't have plenty of supplies here. All right, back to it. Now we got some light. All right, where were we? So I was on the, what, half walls? Or the window walls, not the half walls. That's why I had to make some more foundations. So I've got, you know, place to put all these walls. All right, so wood wall or wood window wall. Plank window wall. corrugated window. Now I wasn't going to, like, I was going to just not save it. That way I could just reload with, you know, without this being here. But I had to save it and had to do a lot of running around, like I said, to get those panels and stuff. Brick window. And it would have been, it might have been over an hour. If I'd have had everything ready, it wouldn't have gone over an hour. But then I had to do all that running around, so I had to save it and do it out. But I mean, I can deconstruct this, get all the material back, but really, at this point, I don't really care to. Alright, so now we've got a wood arch. Now this is where you need these to put doors. Actually, I might not be able to destroy this now when it's probably locked. I got so many pieces, probably locked in place. Running out of hammers. My last hammer. Okay, so of course I'm about done with this. Now we just got to do doors. Blank door. Oh, don't have to do anything. Corrugated door. So I need planks and sticks. There's not really an archway for this. So it probably just goes there. Did I do a brick door? Well, it says day survived 278, but I did die. I died twice fighting the Luska the Great, the squid, only because I did not stick to my strategy and was in the water too much and got eaten alive in the water. You will get eaten alive in the water. So I got it on my third attempt by sticking to my strategy, and that's the whole point of that raft right there, is it's big enough. And of course I did have the floorboards in the middle there, so I could just run around, have room to run around on that raft and avoid the tentacle strikes. As long as you keep moving, he's gonna miss you. So, yeah, so much for the survive that many days, because I did die. Okay, here we are. So I still need a wood door, a plank door, and a brick door. There's the corrugated door. No, there's the brick door. Okay, I thought it did a brick door. Okay. So planks and sticks. Oh, lashing. That's why this container of leaves is sitting here. I got plenty of leaves to make lashings if needed. Plank door. Alright, boom, there we go. And then a wood door. Bam. Alright, so that's it for doors. And stairs. Okay, now I've made wood steps already over there, going up to at the clay dock. I've made plank steps right here. I have made brick steps inside the brick boathouse there. So the only thing I need now is the corrugated steps. I don't know why it won't let me just go to the ground with it. No, there we go. Let's go over here to one of these doors. There we go. All right, so that's all the steps, and now roof pieces. So you can already see here, I've got a wood corner piece. I've got a wood middle. We need to do a wood wedge. I've done a wood cap right here. There's a wood cap. And the only one I don't have clay-wise is clay wedge. I was trying to figure out, well, how do I do a wedge? You have to do a wedge foundation in order to be able to do a wedge. Well, there's a wedge for. I think it's connected to another wedge. All right, so we need a wood wedge. I got some more sticks around here. There they are. Alright, that should do it for our wedge materials. Alright, so come around here. Wedge wood roof. Don't know this is going to work out too well. Let's go in here. Probably going to have to put some more walls. Oh, there we go. Look. Bam. Now if I can get to it. That's why I was trying to build some stairs up to that level there. Let's do this. All right. This is a work of art here, out in my front yard. Look at this. All right. What now? All right, so that covers all the wood, clay. I just need to do a clay wedge. Boom, perfect. So there is no plank or corrugated roofs. It's only clay and wood, which at this point I've done all of them now. And I've already made the tower. The tower's over there. You see it. It's usually a better idea because the ladders to climb up and down. The crow's nest on the big ships when you scavenge, when you find them on an island. Similar situation. You climb the ladder, but then you get up there and it's kind of bugged to the point of where you don't really get the prompt to use the ladder to climb down. You usually wind up falling down and breaking your leg. And this is where you need a splint to, for the broken bones. So it's probably best to put these towers in the water if you want to actually use them. So I probably should move that tower out there near my boathouse, so if I climb up it, I can then just jump off of it. But it's really a pointless piece of structure, to be honest with you. So anyway, that is everything under buildings, vehicles. So I've already made all the raft bases. My main raft, I first started out, my first raft was sticks. All right. Yeah, my first raft was sticks. And then once I found enough tires, my second raft is tires. And then my big raft out there is both barrels and buoy balls. So I've already crafted all of the raft bases. See, I actually got tires too. So that one's buoy balls up front, barrels in the middle, tires in the back. And again, my first raft was built from sticks, so I've already done that. And then the flooring. Now I mostly I've done stick floors and plank floors. So I need to do a corrugated raft floor and a clay floor. Oh, won't need to do anything. Bam. All right. And basically I have done through all this. There's a canopy on my other raft, anchor on both rafts, sail on both rafts, rudder on both rafts, and I just crafted a boat motor. So the only thing left that I have not done, and I wasn't really sure... Oh, farming. So I need to go grab my hoe. And I've made all of my farms out of plank. I'm not sure if the story-based menu is part of this trophy or not. But yeah, all my farms are plank. My hoe is up here. There's the sea monster trophies. So I was going to hold on to the last one that was from Luska the Great. But I kind of screwed up. As soon as I got on my raft, I crafted it. You do have to craft this from the crafting menu after you kill the monster. And that gives you these plaques to hang on the wall, which you just mount a hook on the wall and then mount the thing to the hook. And again, there's lots of these hooks where the lanterns are hanging from. So I was going to hang on to the last one to verify if it was necessary or not for this trophy. But again, I already kind of messed up. So the other... other than the head, or in Luska's case, an eyeball, you get an engine part. So there's, or not an engine part, an airplane part. So there's 3 airplane parts. So there's the trophies, and then you toggle over to there, and there's the airplane parts. I've got the parts, I just haven't crafted them yet. So we're going to find out in just a second if the story crafting is necessary for this trophy or not, because we are about done. So I need 4 sticks and a lashing, which I already have in my inventory, and 2 corrugated I already do have that as well. Let's put one here. And the other one. Let's just put it over here. All right. Now these are, you don't have to use a hammer, it's just it needs water. And you got to plant something in it, which, you know, I don't really think I'm going to use those, but anyway. All right, so there's that. Consumables, coconut flasks. You have to make these flasks for the water still, so, you know, made plenty of those. I've made all of these potions. I made bandages, I made water skins, splints, antidotes, gauze, breath boost, clay flasks. That's where you need the furnace, the clay furnace. You need them for those, to make those flasks. Shark repellent. So I've made all the consumables. So apparently, the story ones do matter. Let me just... Wait, what did that say? Oh, okay, it's in my backpack. Here's the 3 parts. Okay, trophy. I've made so many of these helicopters. I've made all of these parts. I've made all of these floors. Made all of the bases. Made all the plots, made all that. Made all this. Alright, now I'm getting a little annoyed and pissed off here. I've made everything. Alright, let me do another fire spit. I know I made one that was on another island. Running out of sticks here. Okay, so did I make a clay wedge foundation? That might be. Yeah, there's the clay wedge right there, or brick wedge. Alright, there's the tap wall, tarp wall, wood half, wood wall, plank wall, plank half. There's the plank wall, and there's plenty of plank halves. Corrugated, full and half, brick full and half. There's the corrugated. Might not do a corrugated half. There's the corrugated half. Corrugated wall, corrugated half. There's the brick wall. Plenty of brick half walls at my boathouse. Container wall. Brick in there. Alright, look for all 4 windows. Brick, corrugated, wood, plank. Four doorways, 4 archways, wood, plank, corrugated, and brick. Or can I jump through this window? Nope. Wood, plank, corrugated. So 5 doors. Plank door. There's my container door. Corrugated door, plank door, Wood door. Wait, did I do plank twice? I did, yeah, there's where I screwed up. So I need a brick door. There's where I screwed up. Brick door. I gotta go find a good man of the brick. There it is. Gotta craft them all. Ooh, boy. Had me worried there for a minute, but yeah, that's where I screwed up. I crafted 2 plank doors and not a brick door. Alright, so we've got that crafting done out of the way. Now, there is still one other crafting trophy for crafting 10 pieces of corrugated furniture. And I don't believe furniture we need the hammer. We can put that hammer away. Actually, you might still need the hammer for furniture. Let's see. No, you don't need the hammer for furniture. Kind of weird. Kind of need a hammer to make anything, really. But. All right, so I guess tables and chairs. We got to make a bunch of tables and chairs. Is there not a corrugated chair? That's weird. So there's a trophy to literally make like 10 tables. And it takes 4 of them? Oh shit. Here, we'll try shelves. It only takes 2 of them. Called, I hear, industrial is in fashion. So let's try to do shelves and see if shelves work. I don't think I have enough. Corrugated scrap for that many tables. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a table up there, 8. Boom. I hear industrial is in fashion. That's crafting 10 pieces of furniture with corrugated scrap. So that's all the crafting trophies. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and good luck in your playthrough, platinum trophy, and survival.